Steve, you got a minute?
What do you want?
Any news on your mother?
It's none of your business.
Hold on.
Look, I realize you saved Elizabeth's life, and I'm appropriately grateful, but you're no good for my sister.
I'm not here to
Jason.
talk about Elizabeth.
Okay, so why so interested in my mother? Or do I even have to ask?
I want to check in, make sure you're okay. I don't know if you heard. Heather Weber escaped from Ferncliff.
And yeah, no, I did hear her son called me last night to warn me.
They're gonna get her, all right? Just, be careful. Try to keep some people around.
Oh yeah, strength in numbers?
Couldn't hurt.
How you feeling?
Since the last time I saw you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay. You?
Good. I can't stop thinking about it, though. Those helicopters literally showering life upon us. It was kind of surreal, wasn't it?
For a lot of reasons, I lied. I didn't just come by to see you. I was also hoping to talk to your mom.
Oh, the restraining order.
I need to see my son and Natalie. This has dragged on too long, and the
I
more
know.
time that goes by...
John, I am so sorry.
Please, don't. You don't have to do that. Is she home?
Yeah, she is here. She's actually in there talking with Sonny right now. They're trying to get my sister's marriage annulled. Christina, don't ask.
Okay. I won't ask. Can I ask about you? How you doing?
Well, it's a big day for ending marriages around here. I signed the divorce papers. Jason and I were over.
Look, if you're worried my mother might go after Sam, I already called her and gave her a heads up. Sam knows to be on the lookout.
Thank you.
I didn't do it for you. I probably didn't have to do it at all because my mother has people way higher on her hit list, like Olivia and Anna. She's never tried to harm Sam.
Not physically, no.
What's that supposed to mean?
Do the cops have any leads?
They have no idea where my mother is.
If they find her, will you let me know?
One condition. Tell me why. What is it you think my mother's done to Sam?
I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry you and Jason couldn't work things out.
Yeah, I came really close to changing my mind. I mean, when we were sick, Jason and I talked about everything that happened. How much we regret.
The baby.
Yeah, the baby. It was just killing me, wondering whether or not if I would have just kept my son with me instead of leaving him alone outside that shack, would he have survived?
No, none of what happened that night is your fault.
I understand that now. I mean, Jason got me to see that. He actually asked Patrick Drake to tell us what happened medically.
Yeah.
And my son's lungs weren't fully developed, so it doesn't matter if he would have gotten us to the hospital in time, he still wouldn't have survived.
Well, then Jason's not to blame.
I went to see Jason. Why? I don't know. I thought that maybe I could finally forgive him. And it was too late. When I walked in, he had already moved on with Elizabeth, so it was, well, I mean, it hit me really hard, but it made me realize that I've got to move on too. So I signed the divorce papers.
Before
The worst part.
it gets worse?
Mm-hmm. Today's our anniversary.
And that would be a yes.
We were supposed to have this big, elaborate wedding.
Big, elaborate wedding. That doesn't really sound like you.
It wasn't. It was my girlfriend Maxie's idea. She wanted to do it, and then it was one disaster after another. So Jason and I wound up getting married in the courtyard of a Chinese food restaurant.
Now it's all starting to make sense.
It was actually really very romantic. The union of the phoenix, that was me, and the dragon, that was Jason, was supposed to represent the ultimate bliss.
So that's what the figurine was about. The one you had with you during labor.
Yeah. We both bought them for each other for Christmas. We didn't even know we were getting the same present for each other. And then the baby died, and I left mine in the motel room.
I know. I found it this morning.
Okay, this stays between us. Sam doesn't even know.
Sam doesn't know my mother hurt her.
And she can't know until I can prove it.
Okay, I won't say anything.
I think Heather took Sam's baby.
I was sure housekeeping would have thrown that away.
She ended up in the lost and found.
Well, you'd end up with it.
I was looking for something I lost. Came across it and, I don't know, I recognized it and I wasn't sure if you left it there on purpose, but I thought I'd check.
Did you ever find what you were looking for?
Yeah, I did. But hey, if you don't want it, say the word. I'll get rid of it.
There's a chance that Sam's little boy is still alive.
How is that possible?
I noticed something in the records. The baby was listed as AB negative. Sam is O positive. Frank
Somebody
was
made
O
a
positive.
mistake
No,
when they were
so
recording
I
the
had somebody
information.
test the baby's tissue samples.
Who?
It doesn't matter who. The chart was right. It was not Sam's baby that we buried.
This is crazy.
Listen to me. The night of the storm, when Sam's baby was born, she was worried and she went looking for help.
I heard about
Okay,
this.
right. So she ended up at some shack, and she was worried that she was going to pass out and drop the baby, so she put the baby in a planter box. That was the last time that she saw her son. She went inside. She passed out. I showed up. The baby was already dead. I showed her the baby. She said it wasn't hers.
Denial's a huge part of the grief process.
Denial? It was the same shack Heather held Luke hostage in, and close to where she buried Anthony Descar's body. Your mother was there that night of the storm. She could have had something to do with this. Listen, the only thing that I cannot explain is where did Heather get the other baby to make the switch?
I think I know. Night of the storm, I was on duty when a couple came in with a newborn. They tried to make it to the hospital, but they got stuck because of the road closures, and they had the baby at a bus stop. They said he wasn't making any noise at first, and he wasn't breathing well.
It was a boy?
Yeah. The guy took the baby and he went off and tried to look for help, and he came across this woman in the woods, a good Samaritan, he called her, and she performed CPR and saved the baby's life.
Did you see the baby?
Yeah. And at first I thought they were overreacting, honestly, to the scare of having the baby at a roadside, because the baby was perfectly healthy. He had strong lungs, he had a good heart. There was no indication that anything was ever wrong.
Did they mention the Good Samaritan's name? Could this couple's baby be the baby who died? Could your mother switch Sam's
I don't
baby
know.
with this one?
I don't know.
Is it possible?
Yes, it's possible.
If I believed in science, I'd say that this is flashing neon.
You don't believe in signs?
Well, I used to. I mean, it's basically why Jason and I got married, when we got married, where we got married. And I don't know, look at where that got us. I don't know, it's too late.
Well, I wouldn't close the book just yet.
And why is that?
Life can change in an instant.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, anything's possible.
When did you become Mr. Optimism, huh?
I don't know. I guess you face death a couple of times, and that's what happens to you. So,
So,
you gonna keep it or not?
So you're convinced my mother switched the shit?
I'm just saying that she had motive and she had opportunity, and this baby gave her the
I don't want to
means.
believe this. But I've had to learn the hard way. My mother's pretty much capable of anything.
I need a name or an address.
I'm bound by the
Look,
privacy.
I know that you don't owe me anything. This is Sam's son. And if he's out there alive somewhere, she needs to know.
should go and get these to Jason. You are more than welcome to hang out and wait for my mom.
Thanks. If you don't mind, I think I will.
Great.
Hey, hope you get what you want.
Me too.
McBain.
Hey, it's Jason Morgan. I could use your help.